Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, July 6th. And as I started my last CarCast, we still don't have Big Brother. We don't have anything official yet from CBS. However, I did tweet yesterday a potential start date or a premiere date, not a start date actually, a premiere date for Big Brother. I have heard from someone that it sounds like the premiere date is tentatively scheduled for August 5th. That is a Wednesday. And so I'm fairly confident that that is the date that they have right now. I am not going to say that with 100% certainty that that date won't change because of the constant flux and change of things. But it seems like that is the date that to go with for now. Meaning that the people that have been saying July, at least maybe July was accurate at one point, but it is not accurate now. August 5th is the date I have for the date of the premiere. Now, August 5th would be when the show would premiere. That'd be a Wednesday. They've been going in like a week in advance most recently. So if they go in the week before, they will be going in during July. And that's about just over 3 weeks away from now. So if this is all accurate, if they're going to do a 2-week quarantine before they go into the house, they get about a week or less to get their tails out to California. We also had some news yesterday from Dan Giesling and Derrick. Can't think of Derrick's last name right now off the top of my head. Whereby Dan had taken a week off. Turned out, yep, Dan was just trolling everybody, having some fun with it. And Dan did a bunch of, I guess he did some teaser videos too. I'm not even sure because I don't follow Dan and Dan has me blocked. So I didn't follow him in the first place, but then he blocked me on top of that. I can't remember. Well, you know what? He did say something yesterday that would have keyed in. He doesn't like... He wants to always be positive, so if you're negative or anything, maybe he doesn't like you. So maybe I God knows I've said negative things before about Big Brother, so maybe that's why I got blocked. I don't know. But either way, Dan had done some teaser videos. He was trolling everybody, kind of like teasing, and his whole attitude was, well, you didn't ask me directly, so I didn't answer you. He was having total fun with it. He wouldn't have answered people directly if they directly asked him anyways, but he revealed that no, he is not going to be on Big Brother. At least that's what he says. And then Derrick joined him, and he talked about texting Brittany as well. Like, do you want to do something? Look, I won't even say with 100% certainty that Dan and Derrick are not going to be on. Although Dan cited family as the reason he wouldn't do it. He said they can't be away from his kids, which I totally get. Anytime in the past when people would ask me, would you be on Big Brother? I'm like, I can't be, first of all, a job. I can't be away from my job for 3+ months. Secondly, I had kids. I had kids at home. I had young kids. There's like no way could I see being away from my kids for that long. So I can totally get what Dan is saying. Of course, now that Dan has said that, if he turns around and goes on the show, then that throws it out the window, which is why I don't think Dan's going to be on the show. And Derrick joined him on his Twitch stream where he announced this and pretty much said the same thing and implied that he isn't going to be on Big Brother either. Mentioned his Discovery show, which I've never seen. But yeah, so take that for what it's worth. Dan and Derrick say they're not going to be on. What does that mean? Does it mean it's not an All-Stars? No, it just means it's not Dan and Derrick. And it's never been called an All-Star by CBS. They haven't said anything yet. They haven't even said it's all returnees. But whatever title CBS comes up with, they're going to come up with a, fan favorites or second chances or some kind of theme. I mean, you can't call it second chances if people have played before or they've played multiple times. You can't call it second chances if it's a winner. So I'm just throwing out a name, I don't know. But whatever they come up with for a title, it's All-Stars. That's what it is. And I don't know when that's going to be announced. There is still this... Alex Kidwell has said something is going to happen on the 12th. And there is an hour blocked on the CBS schedule. I haven't looked today to see if there's anything in there yet on Sunday night. But don't be incredibly shocked if there isn't something else that gets slid into that spot. It's possible that they're just trying to figure out what to do, and they hadn't filled in the programming hole yet. But other people are thinking, and I totally get that. I agree that it's possible that it may be something related to Big Brother. I'm speculating earlier that it was fall schedule kind of a thing. What else? I mean, that's the big news. The August 5th premiere date that I've heard. And I'm sitting there going, oh, God, if they change it again, I'm going to look stupid. But I can only go with, what I've heard. The reaction to my saying that has not been, you're a liar. It's been more of, they're pushing it back again. I've always said August. But I wouldn't doubt it if CBS didn't have an earlier time. And again, I could see it getting pushed back further. For all the people saying that's so much longer, it's like it's only a month and a week or so longer later than a normal start. I mean, that's considering everything that has gone on in the last 3 months. That's not very long. That's not much of a delay. Yeah, and I suspect that I'm not going to have any updates to that or any more info on that for, I may not have anything else. I may not know anything more about that. That may be my one bit of information that I managed to find out, and it may not be valid in 3 days. If California keeps spiking with their cases and they go like, we can't do this. I mean, what if they start saying, you can't come to California and travel, or unless it's essential work. Well, is being on a reality show essential work? Don't think so. Of course, where there's a will, there's a way, and if they really wanted to, they can get it done. But these people all have to be able to travel, too. So that was the other thing that I just thought of right before this. So I can't remember who posted the list of what appeared to be people shooting promo videos. They were looking for crews to go out and shoot some videos, one-day shoots. And the thought was, well, Detroit was one of the places that I think they were doing that. And that was where everybody's like, that confirms that Dan is going to be on it. If not Dan, and if it is legit that it's them going out and shooting a video, maybe they were scheduling it hoping they could get Dan to sign. But if not, could it be that Nicole or Nick might be, or Victor, right? Yeah, Nick, not Victor. Anyways, could it be one of them's coming out? I don't know. Possible. They don't. I don't know what they're doing as far as real life, real time jobs, but they could fit into the mold of a potential, well liked returnee, at least well liked by some returnees. Yeah. So that's what's up, guys. In the Big Brother world, I mean, it's something. Well, the Dan and the Derrick thing is definitely big news. The potential premiere date is big news in just that it's going to be later than, if it's accurate, which I truly hope it is accurate, and I think it is. It's not going to be July, but I've been saying all along. I thought it was going to be August. That's it for now on the Big Brother front. What other fronts? I have watched Big Brother Australia. I've watched Sunday's show. where they were told formally about the seriousness of the coronavirus, and they went through a 4-day shutdown. So at that point, they were down to 8 people, I think, or 9 people. They were down to 9 house guests, and it had been a month. So it took them a month to evict 11 house guests. So what are you saying? You're saying about 4 house guests a week? It's about every other day someone went, maybe, roughly. I guess, people came in pretty quick, or they came in lots. But anyways, but they were told there was 9 days left when they were down to 9. So they kicked up the schedule a notch. Plus, they don't evict all of them. There's going to be at least 2 or 3 left at the end. So, yeah, we're at episode 13, and there's 20 episodes, I think. So we've got 7 more to go. Should be interesting. It's all right. It's okay. They're going to have a hard time. I don't know. This is when they're going to get down to the less people you get to, the more story you're going to have. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Last night's competition was musical chairs. That seemed to me to be very favoring towards athletic people. I mean, it was basically they put chairs in various places in the house and you had to run to it and sit down. So the people that were, the athletic people would seem to be the ones that would be most favored. I'm not even going to say who won or how it went down, but just think about it. I mean, you've got Dan, who's 6'6" or 6'7" or whatever he is, and you've got Sarah, who is, I think she's under 5 foot. And how is Sarah going to compete in that? How is she going to have the speed to get to something before Dan? She can't win a dash. There's just no way. That's not any spoilers. That's just the plain, cold, hard truth. And someone like Kieran, who is not, who's carrying a few extra pounds on him, he's not going to be able to run as hard. Anyways, good episode still. Enjoying it. And we'll see what happens tonight when I watch it. And then we'll have one more show this week. 3 in a row. It's 3 in a row. But I got to watch them, because if I don't watch them now, someone else will spoil it. I mean, right now there'll be spoilers on my timeline probably. And I got to be careful about watching them so that people don't say something that gives it away. And I have to be careful about spoiling too, because I'm trying not to. All right, folks. I am at work. Got to go. Have a good day. Sequester stuff too. Another good weekend of minis. Fun times. And hope everyone had a good 4th of July. And we'll talk to you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.